Hello, hello! Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to combine black and white texture maps into a single map. So here's my example. I got the specular map, bump map, and roughness map, and as you can tell they're all black and white. And because of that we could actually combine them into a single texture, which I've done here. So this texture contains these three as the different channels. So I can separate the colors, and then you can see I got all those textures here, and this is basically the same node setup, so looks identical as I switch back and forth, but these three are now one. So it's pretty simple to do, and a lot of games do this, so oftentimes if you rip a model you'll find a texture kind of like this. So let's just open up photopea real quick. I got my face textures here, and I'm gonna grab the biggest one. Usually want them to be the same size, but mine are different sizes, so I'm going to grab the biggest and then add all the smaller maps as layers on top of it. Photopea is like a free Photoshop that runs in your browser. It's a little bit slow because it's running in the browser, but that is fine for my case. And I'll add the third texture here. So yeah, bear with me while this chugs along. There we go, stretch it to fit the texture so that they all line up. There we go. So once we have all the textures in, we're going to want to switch them to darken. So each layer set to darken. And then under each layer you're going to want to set, so actually I'm going to hide the rest of them. So I got the top layer here. Underneath it I'm going to make it pure red. So I select this red color. You can see right here, it's red 255. You want to make sure the green and blue are set to 0, unless, or else this texture will affect the other textures. So, got the red, get the fill bucket, I will fill, and because the layer above it is set to darken, it'll leave the red in the white spots and the rest will be black. So once I have that, I will merge these layers. Then I will hide that layer, and I'll do the same thing for the next layer. So I'll add a blank layer below it, select the green, you can see green 255, the rest of them are 0. Fill that, and then I'll merge the layers, and then we will do that one more time. So make sure that the solid color layer is underneath the texture layer. There we go, I got the blue. I'll fill that, and then I will combine these layers, or merge the layers. Then I can unhide them all and switch them to screen. So with the screen, they will overlap each other, but they will not affect each other's color. So if you go to channels, you can check to see if it worked by selecting each color channel. And you can see that each color channel is the textures that we used earlier. So now that we have that set up, all we have to do is export. I'll export as PNG because it's a lossless format. And it's going to take a second because it's a 4K image. Come on. There we go. So I'll just name it combined. And then I'll drag that into my folder. And you can see it looks a little bit different than the one I made previously. That's just because the color channels are switched around. So yeah, now you can just drag the texture in, and you can see there's my texture there. I'll copy this separate color, connect that in, and now you can see each texture is a separate color channel, and we can get rid of these three channels here. So hopefully you found that useful. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.